Good morning, everybody. So we are going to get started on the D3M webinar today, all about documents. As you can see, I'm already here in D3M in a project I've created. The reason I've done this is we're talking about documents, so I'm just going to show you a project that has already been created and we will build a document. So the thing you'll see here, just a simple topology, switch, 2 repeaters, 2 duplexers, and some portables. We've added that here. And this is what we want to have into a document. We also have our rack built here. We implemented all of the items that we that we know belong in the rack, and we have ignored the icons that have not been put into the rack. Ignoring them does not delete them or anything. It just lets D3M know that we're using them, but we don't need to put them in the rack. Next, we'll see our inventory page here. Same as usual, it just shows all the things you have in the inventory based on what's in your topology and in your rack. We're not going to touch anything here, but this is where you can put in things like model numbers, types, manufacturers, IP addresses, and everything. And then if we hop over to quote, our quote has been already made for us because we had quoted all the items in our topology. So as you can see, everything here has been quoted. We're able to add discounts, change anything we'd like. All here, we can add in shipping and handling tax. It's 13% because here I'm in Ontario, etc. We can see our margin analysis and everything all ready to go. So now that we've got all of our things ready, all we had to do was set up our topology in our rack. Everything else has been auto-populated for us. Now the big question we always get is, how do we share this with our customers? What is the best way to make this shared professionally? How can I download it to save for myself, etc.? This is where documents come in handy. Documents are the best way to show the work that you have now created in D3M to customers, outside sources, and such. So we'll pop over to the Documents tab, and this is where we'll get started. So these are just some untitled documents I've used in the past. We aren't going to start there. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new document. So you simply click the button here that says that. And as you can see, there's a bunch of templates here. What you'll notice when you jump into documents or create a new document in D3M is that we supply you with a bunch of templates that we have created for you. This is a great way for some of our users to get started, but if you want to start with your own, like a blank one, that's no problem at all. And then you can also create a template from that, which I will show you. But if you do ever want to manage the templates, say you want to delete the ones we gave you, etc., add your own, change things, remove things, simply click this button here, Manage Document Templates, and then you're able to add and remove any templates you'd like and manage them as you see fit. So for today, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the proposal template that is given to you with D3M. We're going to use this one because all of you guys will already have it in your document section. So we'll jump into this, just simply click it. We can give it a title. You don't have to, it's up to you, and select Create. The first thing that you're going to notice here is that everything that we've currently added to our topology, our rack, all the information we did when setting up the project, and all the information that's in our account already will be auto-populated into this document, which saves you a ton of legwork when creating these documents. So as you can see, our icon was already added in here for us, our logo, all of our information such as our name, address, phone numbers, emails, etc. This will all be in your actual account itself. And then now what we'll see is more project-focused items. So we're seeing the name of the project and the type of install. That pulled from when we created the project originally, it was for ABC Manufacturing and it was a radio install. Now, the next thing you'll notice is we've added some pages and put in things that we think might be useful to you. But the first thing you need to know is that as soon as you go into a template, you've now created your own document. So you're free to do whatever you would like. You can delete things, you can change things, add things into it, and it won't affect the actual document, it won't affect the template itself, just this new document that you've created. So you have freedom to do whatever you like once you're in here. So the first thing you'll want to do is go through and see if these things matter to you. Maybe you don't put legal notices in this document. This isn't the one you want to send the legal notices in. That's no problem. You can either delete the section, or you can also delete the entire page if that's not something that you want to have in there. We make everything here very user-friendly and customizable to meet your exact needs. So you're able to change things however would best suit you and your company. Now what you'll notice here is this is our opener, so sort of the letter that just explains what they're about to see. But when we click on it, what you'll notice is all of these little blue highlighted words. So what that is they're called placeholders, which were inserted using this function here. If you click on that, you'll see all the different placeholders you can use, such as the document's name, the owner's name, which would be you, network mode, customer name, project name, etc. Now what you'll notice is as soon as I click away, all of these are auto-filled. So they filled in the project customer, ABC Manufacturing. They filled in all my account information here automatically. The nice thing about this is using these placeholders instead of filling it out every time, A, saves you time because you don't have to go and change everything, and B, helps make sure that you don't forget to remove an existing name. So you won't accidentally send a document to a customer with details from a previous implementation or with a different customer's name. So that sort of saves you any headache you might have or worry that you're putting in the wrong information or left information that shouldn't be there. But also, again, this is all customizable. So say you don't want to provide your phone number, no problem. Simply delete that section and now it is gone. Also, if the information here isn't available, it will be highlighted in red. So you will know that, oh, I need to put in the email, or, you know, the owner name is missing. I need to add that. So you can go and add that. And then when you come back, it will be ready to go. So as you can see right now, we have all that information, but if you didn't, it'll be highlighted in red for you. The next section here is about, again, we give you some ideas of things you can add. You don't have to, again, you can delete it or delete the page, whatever you see fit. And then just some more things you've added, stuff for the proposal. So, you know, giving them an overview of the problem, your solution, and you can give them a little bit of information about the architecture. And then we jump into the actual topology. So what you can see here is the topology I showed you at the beginning that was already created has now been automatically added into here. And you're able to zoom in, zoom out, pan it around wherever you'd like to show it. You have all of these different abilities to show it the exact way you would like. We also have that here with the rack diagram, same thing. You can move it around, zoom in and out, and it shows the rack exactly how we made it here. Now, the nice thing is, say you realize, oh, I have to change something over here in topology. When you come back to your document, this will have changed automatically and is all updated and ready to go. You don't have to come back and change anything. It will be changed for you. This is just a great way to make sure that everything matches up and you're not having to change things in 3 or 4 places when it's just one thing that's changing. The last 2 things that you can add in is your inventory list. Now we know that some of our users do not like to have their inventory list in case customers price shop. Some do want to have it. That's no problem. All you need to do is click from here and select what you want to show. You can show all of it, or say the only thing that you think is relevant for the customers to see is the portable information. So here you go, you see all the portables, you can filter, and this just shows them all the information you have provided in the inventory. But again, completely up to you if you want to show this or not. The last thing that you can add in is the quote itself. So as you saw earlier, we had our quote already pre-loaded and ready to go based on our topology in our rack. So here it is. You can see that the tax is showing, but we don't have anything showing for discounts or shipping because we didn't add anything in. So as long as those are $0, they won't be added in here, so your customers won't see that. And then finally, we just have a last page here. We've just made a little acceptance page. Again, it uses a lot of these placeholders, which are just great to make sure that you always have the appropriate information in your folder, or sorry, in your document. And again, you can change this to suit however you would like. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to actually add things onto here if you would like. We showed you how to delete. Now let's show you how you would add in your topology. So at any time you can insert a page in between pages. And as you can see here, it just says drag and drop elements from the left panel, which is here, to add the content to your page. So you can drag in and add text. And when you click on this, your usual sort of Word document text bubbles will show up for bolding, italics. You can add ordered lists, you can add bullets, you can add in the placeholders, very customizable for what you would like to do here. You can also add in images. So say you want to drag and drop and add an image of, the site itself, like physical images you took. If you want to add more things to do with your company and you have maybe like a team page and you want to show some of the people who'll be working on it, you can add their photos here. The next thing is topology. So again, you just drag and drop. You can drag and drop it anywhere you would like. So if you want it on top, in the middle, or below, and it will just auto-populate there for you. Same thing with your rack. And what you'll notice here is if it says page break, it means that this is where a new page will have started. So instead of putting this here where it's now a long, long page, we'll delete this and just start a new page. That's where we can add in our rack. And it's auto-populated. And we'll add one more page just to show you here, and drag and drop, and there is your quote. So again, very easy to use, drag and drop. Again, you can delete the element, you can delete the whole page, very customizable that way. So now say you've gotten everything you want looking good for the content. You might want to work with the document settings here. So if you select the document settings, one thing we introduced is different paper sizes. We know sometimes you might want to print legal, and in other parts of the world, not here in North America, there's other paper sizing as well. So what I would say is, you can go in here and select the paper size that's best suited for you and your customer. You can add in your margins. You can change your top, bottom, right, and left margins. And the newest thing we've added is you can actually add in custom headers and footers. So if you have a header you've used in all of your letterheads or all of your documents for your company and footers, you can easily just upload them here. You simply click here and you select the file you wish to upload. And same thing for the footer. Once you do that, you'll simply close the editor and they will appear as your header and footer. Now that we have everything perfect, just the way we want, one thing I would suggest doing is now save this as your template. So if we click new template right down here, it's going to save this document we created as a template. So you simply type in, you can type in your name. So for myself, it'd be Amanda's template, and I would click create. And now this would live where when I go to create a new document, that will show up as a template. The reason I suggest this is everyone wants their documents to be a little different. And instead of having to make the changes every time to this document, if you save that as your template, you're ready to go. Everything auto-populates. You just have to do a quick little comb through, a couple tweaks here and there, and it's ready to go exactly how you want. So the last thing that we're going to touch on today is what you do once your document is ready. How do you share this? How do you get this to your customers? So there are three main ways we can do that. And they all involve this little button here that says export and share. So when everything's ready to go and you want to share it, simply click this button and you'll see the three options. The first one is very straightforward. You can simply download a PDF of the document. When you've downloaded the PDF, it'll download to your computer, and from there you can save it to keep it on your computer, send it to a customer via email, print it off, add it to something, whatever you would like. Another thing you can do is actually send them a share link. So what that will do is it will send a link to your document, a live link. They will not be able to see any of your other tabs, simply just the document, and they will not be able to make any changes. They'll just get a live view of this. The reason we recommend that at times is say you're on the phone with a customer and you want to talk about the document and the proposed plan and everything. It's nice to be able to have them on the phone with this live view as you make up-to-date edits or changes with them. And if you ever want to take away the viewing, you simply click Generate New Link, and that will remove access for anybody who has the old link. The last thing you can do is to simply share this with them via email. So you just type in their email address, click Share Document, and they'll get the same experience they would with the link. They get to see a live view of the actual document itself here, and then from there, they can actually look at the live view. Again, cannot see any of your other things. They can't go to your quote view. They can't go to your topology. They can't see anything else but the document. But again, it's a live viewing for them. So these are the three main ways to share things with your customers: PDF, share link, or sharing via their email. So thank you all for joining, and have a great day.